You know, some people before they do a video put on makeup. Here at Effenberger Vineyards, I put on my sunscreen. Very nice. Oh, yeah. Yeah, when I'm out in the vineyard, I always have my sunscreen and I always have my wine. I mean, my water with me when I'm out there to survive the elements such as they are. This is direct orders from my dermatologist and my parole officer. Anyway, thanks for checking out this edition of What's Happening at Effenberger Vineyards. We're into the month of September. Things are popping right now. And as a matter of fact, earlier this week, we harvested our first batch of grapes. I've got some grapes down in a very warm area of the vineyard, and they were ready to go. I'll show you. So this is pretty exciting. It is September 7th in the morning, and we are going down to the hottest spot in the vineyard and actually going to start picking some grapes. This is the earliest I've ever picked in my vineyard. Usually we don't pick anything until like the end of September at the earliest, maybe beginning of October. But in this one section of the vineyard that's very hot, we've got some grapes, we've got some grapes that have ripened up. They look beautiful, and so I'm gonna grab them right now while the getting's good. Look at this. Merlot, beautiful fruit right here. This is in a row that's at the edge of a block. It's at the edge of our property, and it's up against a stucco wall, so it gets reflected heat, which causes this fruit to ripen up earlier than the rest of the Merlot in this block. We want to pick it right now because it's at the peak of its ripeness, and it'll be eventually combined with the rest of the Merlot when we pick that. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and harvest this cluster right here, and you can see that this is perfect. This is exactly why we work so hard throughout the year to keep the bugs and the mildew off of our fruit, because this can go right into the fermenter and it's going to make wonderful wine. Getting back to the sunscreen topic, this month I actually applied sunscreen to the grapes. Check it out. During the month of September, the sun changes. It gets lower on the horizon, and when it does that, the sun coming from the south hits the side of these vine rows. And when it does that, it exposes these berries that are not covered by leaves to this hot September sun. Sometimes it can get really hot in September. And if we get that heat wave, it'll raisin up these berries. They'll essentially get sunburned and dry up and turn into raisins. We don't want raisins in our wine, so we have to hand sort all those raisins out of the berries before we put them into the fermenter. So what I'm doing is I'm using this landscape cloth, which is used to prevent weeds from coming up in your garden, and I'm going to just drape it right over the berries, and I'll attach it to this bird netting here to provide a little bit of extra shade and prevent those clusters from getting sunburned. So here's a row that I've chosen to completely cover with this shade cloth, protecting these berries so that they don't get sunburned with this harsh September sun. And that'll protect this fruit for the 2025 vintage, which is looking really good. Well, during the month of September, things start to heat up. I've got to label and cap the wine that I bottled last year. I have to bottle the stuff that's in barrel right now so that those barrels will be free to accept the wine that is incoming as we make it in October and November. So all these interworking pieces have to fit together, and I lay awake at night wondering how the hell I'm going to get it all done. You understand that? Do you get the concept here? Good. At least one of us does. Here's what a label roll looks like. It has both the front and back label on the same roll, so we can apply both labels in one pass. And here's our labeling machine. In a big winery, they'll use automated labelers costing tens of thousands of dollars. But we're so small, we use this cool little manual labeler to apply labels to our handmade wines. Then use a heat shrinker to affix the bottle cap over the cork. And voila! Next week, I have friends coming over to help with bottling because we got to get ready for all the incoming fruit that's going to be coming in here, starting at the end of September, all through October. Things are going to get really busy. It's going to be crazy. But we'll still take time out to host you for a private tasting if you'd like to come by and check out our wines and witness the mayhem. Just go to our website to get more information, or go to our website to join our wine club, or pick out a bottle or two of wine. We have a web store there. We ship everywhere, or you can stop by and pick it up. Just go to effenbergervineyards.com. And if you have any questions, just get a hold of us and we'll take care of you. Well, winemaking and grape growing ain't for sissies. In fact, if you want to make a small fortune in wine, start with a big one. At least that's how the saying goes. And that does it for this edition of What's Happening at Effenberger Vineyards. Thanks for checking the video out. We'll catch you next time.